Today's going to be a very important talk and topic. Just give me 1 second here real quick. Got some music in the background. You guys hear the chant of metta. It's a beautiful song. So in front of me is about 1, 2, 3, 4 laptops, and I thought I'd never live to see the day where I'm sitting in front of 4 laptops. Modern day is now, this is the new thing, right? Which is the social media thing. Hold on here 1 second. I think we're having an issue. Okay, just give me 1 second. And now we have sufficient lighting. Okay. So as everyone are well aware, welcome to TikTok. Everyone on TikTok, Instagram, that I opened up a what do you call it? Server, a Discord server. So this is a chance for everyone to participate in the program, have questions, learn meditation, all of these things that everyone has been very curious about joining. People are like, how do I get started? How do we go about this? So today I'm going to give an overview about the structure of the program, what you guys can expect, how do we move along about this program. Now it's called Rapid Realization Program. And you guys can join me right now on the Discord server at Jidao Monk pound 1669 Jidao Monk pound 1669. Links on Instagram and Facebook. Just go into the timeline, the timeline area. After so I've been teaching going on 5 years now, and within those 3 years that I have been teaching, I have noticed when I do the one-on-one session, a lot of people kind of don't want to disappoint the teacher because they feel like they're the only student or that I'm, eyeballing them. It's the same feeling as sitting in the classroom and the professor is, you think the professor, you have the perception that the professor is looking at you, or particularly paying close attention to your particular assignment or paper that you turned in. So you're like, people have this, So in a group setting such as this, when everyone is together and it's just more motivating. You guys can talk to each other. You guys can share things with each other. You guys can ask direct questions. This is what I call leaving the door open. Meaning, as I'm sitting and working on my book and writing, sometimes I need mental breaks, and sometimes I just need to look up and relax my mind and think. And so I have chosen to have the Discord, and apparently it's very easy to use. I just kind of just leave it. I'm on the Discord server right now, and I just kind of leave it open. And then you get this ding, right? And then people can ask questions. So it's a very flexible program for the working adults or for the adolescent mind when it comes to studying, because you're getting off work, getting off school, dropping people off, getting away from your girlfriend, getting away from your boyfriend, and then you can turn whatever chapter in the CBT book or studying the Four Noble Truth, and then you realize, oh, okay, well, I'm here. Very, very easy and flexible. One of the challenges about being a teacher, especially online, is that I have students from across the world, from all different time zones, and everyone has a life, a very particular life, and in the details of their life, which includes exactly what I just described, picking people up, having kids, struggling work and balance, nonetheless now having to find time to meditate and study the Dhamma. So I've made it a very easy process, hopefully a very easy process for all of you to uh, get on and know exactly where you stand and that you're welcome. And this is a safe learning environment. And it's with the flow, easy with the flow. And, it's just like, oh, okay, all right. I have something to look forward to. That's very important to have something to look forward to. My goal for you all is to help you achieve peace and to help you deal with life effectively when life comes at you. What does that mean? That means there's going to be trials and errors. There's going to be people in your life that tick you off. There's going to be breakups. There's going to be losses. There's going to be death. There's going to be everything that is described in the Four Noble Truth, in the First Noble Truth, right? There is birth, old age, death, decay. How to deal with friends, how to deal with family. I aim to help all of you all deal with that quickly, because ain't nobody got time for all that. Keeping it real. And so the in Buddhism, the teachings of the Buddha is a very comprehensive and effective educational system. And when you need to quickly access, think what needs to be known, what needs to be said, you have it all right there in your mind and respond wisely, like the wise person. Most often, we respond unkind and unwise, foolishly. When someone says something to us, we're quick to fire back very quickly, like in anger. And so it's a lot of suffering. One wrong word can steer the trajectory of the future, right? One wrong word, and you can lose the one that you love. One wrong word, and it's terrible. Saving yourself from unnecessary, needless pain and suffering is my goal. And also, it will improve your life in all many chords of uh, improve your life personally through relationships, work, life, studying. You will become more effective, efficient parent, student, teacher, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, niece, nephew, you name it. That is my goal and vision and ambition for you. So approach this with a lot of excitement that I believe right now, or at least what I have observed across the board, that you have instant access to a Theravada Buddhist monk and that you can ask any questions you like and engage head on in studying at a very high rate of speed, fast pace, and trying to get the point. My goal for you is my job is to compress all 84,000 teachings of the Buddha into something that's very simple, fast, and easy for you all to understand and apply to your life immediately. Every day, every time when you see me, you should be able to grasp the concept, understand, and practice, and deploy and utilize all the skills that I have been teaching over the past 5 years. Most notably, everyone got a kick out of all of the 60-second videos on TikTok because they're only 60 seconds. They're fun, engaging, and sometimes people are very quickly enlightened to that message, okay, which is, oh, I get the point. And, when I gave my definition of depression and anxiety, there's some of you that said, oh, I'm thinking I'm cured. And you may be cured. I don't know that, you know. But most of the time, it takes work to learn the actual skills on how to navigate through life, living with depression, living with anxiety, living with the intrusive thoughts, living with things that cost you peace, right? So I aim to put a program together, which is what you have now, the Rapid Realization Program, so that you can access any of these teachings right away and move on. I like to kind of move through this all of this year. We're now approaching mid February, and we have to study the life of the Buddha. We need to study the teachings of the Buddha. We need to study CBT and meditation. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we break up all four, we don't have a lot of time for the remaining balance of the year before I leave the country to go to Southeast Asia. So literally, we have 3 months per subject to cover effectively, and people are coming in from all areas of life, different stages of their life, all sorts of different ages. And so, we kind of have to try to move through this quickly, thoroughly, but also carefully, so we don't miss anything. Given said that, you all may have to listen to this recording again when and future recordings in case you miss a teaching or discussion by going to my YouTube or Instagram. Mostly, I like to move everything over to YouTube, as it is a unifying platform where you guys can, the whole world can access it anywhere. Who knows if Instagram might shut down one day? Who knows? Facebook might change its name. So YouTube seemed to be the most stable platform of all. Initially, right now, we are studying the CBT, the cognitive behavioral therapy. However, that is not a must. It is optional. Whereas those who are not dealing with stress in their life can move on to study the Four Noble Truth as found on accesstoinsight.com. Why this approach? Because right now you can't meditate if people are ticking you off at home or at school. Okay. So it's like if we move into meditation or teaching of the Buddha and you have active suffering, active stress, active unsatisfactoriness with life, it doesn't clear the way for us to do other things. It is my standpoint as the teacher that we study cognitive behavioral therapy to see the root cause of the problem, to see our true core beliefs and how we operate on that platform, sometimes on a faulty platform. And we blow things out of proportion, we jump to conclusions, and all of these things that's going on with our mind. Helping you deal and navigate through life with these situations that come right now in life, right now in the situation that you are at home with your parents, brother, sister, friends, drama, breakups, cheating, lying, stealing, jealousy. When you can move carefully through that, it opens up the door for you to study the teachings of the Buddha, and it opens up the door conducive to meditation. Right? Agreed? Yes. Now, if you do not have any active suffering in your life, there is no active stress in your life, you're just kind of chilling, then you can move on to studying the Four Noble Truth. However, be responsible for yourself and don't miscalculate and don't overestimate your abilities or things that could change. When we jump into studying meditation and you find it extremely difficult because someone is pulling your chain in some way, shape, or form, someone is trying you some way, shape, or form at work, at school, you name it. So again, you rather want to heed the advice of the wise, of people who have gone before me, people who are teaching CBT and the benefits of this at this time. So, if you have not, so the Cognitive Behavioral Therapy for Dummies book is by Wilson and Branch. You can get that on thriftbooks.com, amazon.com, or if you want the free copy, you can email me at onevietnameseinterpreter@gmail, onevietnameseinterpreter@gmail.com. And I will send you the free copy if you all like to study on your screen. The access to insight .org is very insightful and very informational to study the Four Noble Truth. The Four Noble Truth in Buddhism is very universal. You can actually look it up on buddhanet.net. You can look it up on Google. Google does a very wonderful job at teaching all of these things. You want to look at the commonalities. You want to look at what's the point here. What's the first, second, third noble truth? Okay. Um, your job, right, and my challenge to all of you is to impress me. I like to be the student, and you sit in the position of a teacher, right? I just want to chill, which is lean back and be like, go ahead, tell me about the first noble truth, right? Music to my ears. You get it wrong, it's okay, but at least you tried, right? This is where we learn. So I like for you guys to really engage, right? And really get into it. Because if I sit here and I teach the Four Noble Truth, people get it audibly, it's too easy. Part of this is to teach you guys to be a researcher on your own, right? Not having to depend on anybody or anything, not even on me. Don't even rely on me. I'm teaching you to become an independent researcher, an independent student. Stand firmly strong on your own when I am not here, when I'm traveling or when I'm, doing other stuff, administrative stuff. So, teaching you guys to be independent is exactly what the Buddha want all of us to be, right? Be your own island, be your own refuge. Okay. And so that way in life, when things change for you, when you get a new job, when you move away, when you get married, when you're pregnant, when you're going in the military, you know exactly how to research. That's the first thing they taught us at Ecker College, was how to decipher research, how to conduct research, how to look at bad research and good research. So the teachings of the Buddha is in the Kalama Sutta is he wants us to try it out. He wants us to experiment. He wants us to see how well it's working out for us. Also, it whatever doubts that a person may or may not have, you have discovered on your own what the truth actually really is behind the subject. So, if I am telling you cognitive behavior therapy is the most effective form of treatment for all sorts of broad spectrum of mental issues, stress, depression, anxiety, body dysmorphic disorder, eating disorders, so on and so on, kind of like close to 80%, 90% of everything described in the ICD, not ICD, DSM-5. ICD's got a few in their diagnoses. And so your job is to prove me right or wrong. And it's challenging for you. Okay, do not take anything I say or a grain of salt. Your job is to discover it on your own. If I told you that meditation can reduce stress, increase focus, lower your blood pressure, right? Um, Lower your heart rate. Is that true or false? Your job is to put that to the test. Your job is to prove me wrong. And my job is to prove the Buddha wrong. Simply put, makes it fun, interesting, easy, and confident in the teaching and confident in the information. The whole world is in front of you. As you're looking at me, you're looking at your phone, and your phone's got Google search. So realize the power that you have. Um, and all of us can make any sort of difference. You can change the world with just that one phone at the right time in the right place. So moving on. Um, so when you're studying the Four Noble Truths, remember that all of his teachings are compressed into the Four Noble Truths, 84,000 teachings. Um, and so you want to really thoroughly study different um, sources and see the commonalities and see if there's any difference. If somebody left something out in details, or somebody adds something in, or someone was more comprehensive than the other. These are the things that you want to really ask yourself. Keeping a journal throughout this process will help you, right? I've taken a lot of notes. The amount of notes that I've taken in my life, in my short life, is from the floor that I'm sitting, um, all the way up to about my head worth of handwritten notes. So do what you must so that you can recollect and look back and measure your own progress. Um, Either you talk to Siri to type for you, or you um, write it down, or whatever tablet or modality of keeping records. Right? It's a very therapeutic thing if you actually hold a pen and use a piece of paper and write down your thoughts, feelings, what you've learned. Just make it fun, right? It's very therapeutic across all research when it comes to the writing process. Keyword process, the actual writing it. Um, and I would contest, all of the technologies we have these days that make it easy to keep notes, but however, it's the process of it. When I took notes back in the day, I could tell that I was stressed based on how I pressed really hard on my pen. And after a small paragraph, I would actually just get tired. I'm just like, so you can actually see your physiological responses and how there's un um, unconscious stress. So you want to let's give me 1 second here. You want to be able to do that, um, practice that, and it becomes a habit. And also, it's going to be a lot of notes. If you want to get the most out of this, you will be able to go back to your notes and recollect and take notes when other people are sharing. What is really powerful about the Discord server is that it is done in a group setting. And in a group, you learn a lot because you learn about other people's stories when they share their stories, whatever they're most comfortable in sharing. And some people can identify the same relatable stories, and it's powerful. Group work is very similar to group therapy when people share and identify with, just like AA, right? Just like all of these support groups, that when people sit all together, the collective energy and the collective stories um, is very powerful and moving, very educational and insightful across the board. So, CBT, Four Noble Truths. As we progress, somewhere in, say, February, April, and May, we want to start really begin the meditative process. And somewhere around there, we also want to study the life of Buddha, as it will give additional unshakable, it could cultivate unshakable faith and confidence in the teaching that's been rooted 2,565 years ago. The other thing I wanted to address is that we got this metaverse going on, right? We got these virtual reality thing going on. We got adults that love anime. I love anime. I used to sell at the mega cons and comic cons and stuff like that back in my younger days with my cousin, Andy. And I really like the fantasy world. We all do. And we need it to escape reality, do we not? But it is when we take it into extreme forms that then you lost touch with reality. And when reality hits you, you have no idea where to turn, what's going on. So let's talk about the fantasy world for a second. Is that, oh, this thing just jumped on me. Um, I'm reviewing the life of the Buddha right now, and I'm just like, I can literally fantasize and imagine in my head his life back 2,565 years ago. Some of these books that write on the life of Buddha, it's like, it's so warming, and it touches you in so many ways. Um, the compassion, the details of his life, how he lost his mom when he was only 7 days old, the suffering that he's seen in the world. How do we cultivate that compassion and everything that we have seen, across Hinduism and the chakras and oneness and universality in the world, seeing other people, we see us, seeing us, we see other people. When you read his life, it's like, oh my God, this is, you just want to just walk in his shoes for one day and see it. So it just, I like always wanted to live during his time. And so I invite all of you to dive into that with a lot of curiosity and just super excited. uh, on the life of Buddha. There's also documentaries and stuff on YouTube. You just put the life of Buddha on there, and they give you some preliminary information, but there's nothing comparable to the text. And I will release the text that you should be reading as I'm still going through a couple of them. There's a lot of books on the teachings of the Buddha. Some leave some information out, some puts a lot of stuff in, some very detailed, some are broad. So it's just amazing. I mean, just 2,565 years ago, it's a lot of richness in regards to the historical, the one and only historical Gautama Siddhartha. Um, so, I'm gauging our group, everyone that is watching me right now, and breaking this up into sections, and as we discuss and follow them. Um, and the bigger goal is, so the minor goal is to help you through life and um, deal with stress and everything that's going on, COVID, life, death, grieving, letting go, how to deal with breaks up. Like we're gonna deal with all of that. And so on a bigger grand scale, from a Theravada Buddhist standpoint, is that I really want to lead all of you into the first stage of enlightenment. There's 4 stages, and the first one is quite attainable, and quite it's a very high possibility for all of us humans. Okay, and so I'm leading you all into that, so that you can know exactly what peace is like, right? True inner peace, true inner freedom, true inner liberation. Everything we're trying to do is to get you guys to actually experience peace. There are people who are uh, 90 years old, 80 years old that have come across my class and said, Venerable, I just want to taste peace one last time before I die. And I was just like, oh my goodness. You know, there's a lot of people out there that they don't know what peace is like. And I mean, how could they? And how could you blame them either? We live in America where things move 100 miles an hour. There's no time. That's why there's fast food. You don't even have time to eat. You'd be lucky if you have time to go to the restroom. Um, and so we get on this hamster wheel, and by the time we get off of it, we're already 60, 70, trying to enjoy retirement. But so much has happened to us, so where we have no idea what's going on anymore, and realize that for the first time in our lives, we don't know what peace is like. So blessed are those who actually gonna go through this program with me, with us, with all of us, and actually taste peace for the first time and realize, wow, learning how to love, learning what peace is, learning how to navigate through things skillfully, happily, how to deal with difficult people. You know that's real, right there. Simply put, life is a challenge. I agree. Sometimes it is overwhelming. I agree. I'm giving you all of the tools you need in your toolbox to navigate through life as much as possible. Because when they come, it's going to come. When life comes at you, it can come at you quickly, abruptly. Um, Termination of a job, a sudden breakup, a sudden death could be extremely disheartening, and it could shake your world, right? And so just give this a shot, give this a try your best. All right, use the time that you have to go at this with this collective group that we have on Discord, and soon you will see the benefits unfold right before your eyes. And feel free to ask any questions. I'm here for you and for all. Don't think that you are alone in this journey. This is what makes it fun as we learn from each other. Um, Let me see if I left anything out. And hopefully, you guys can also move your schedule and stuff around to come down for the uh, for the beach meditation and meditation on paddleboard here in Florida, out in the ocean. I'm still trying to coordinate that in some way, shape, or form. I know we have some new people that's joining on TikTok and elsewhere. The Discord is the link is on my Facebook and Instagram, and so I invite you guys to visit that Discord server. GDAO Monk pound 1669 pound 1669 is how you can join, and I will also broadcast this, publish this with this recent video that you all are seeing here. CBT, for Noble Truth, keeping a journal. And just keep an eye out and try to clear your life as much as possible. What does that mean? That means try to cut back on drama, cut back on going out, drinking, smoking, whatever. You want to make the best out of this year in this program by being fully awake, aware, conscious, and alert as much as possible, so you get the most out of it. Just pretend like it is an expensive college course, even though I teach for free, right? But just pretend in your mind that this is like a $2,000 course, like Edgar College charged us. And if you came to class high or drunk or, not being your best, then clearly you see that you're not getting the best out of it and you'll be missing a lot. So try to invest in yourself. We're doing work on ourselves, which is one of the most wonderful and rewarding thing ever, is that doing work on yourself in hope for the betterment of ourselves. So I don't think I left anything out, but if I did, I will give updates on my Discord along with YouTube and Instagram. It's too bad that we don't have one unifying platform that can do all. Over here we got one that you can type. Over here you can jump on and talk to me. Over here it's only pictures. Only here is videos. So just bear with it. Learn to navigate through the different platforms. I'm still learning, like all of us. But have fun and find joy in learning, from the media part to social media part to the teachings of the Buddha, meditation. Okay, it's gonna pay off. Simply put, you work it, it's just gonna pay off, and then we inspire by and through our own change. So when you guys get all of these tools underneath your belt, and you will walk differently, you will talk differently, you will move about, you will love differently, you will communicate differently, and as a direct result of that, other people will see, oh my goodness, there's something about Susan. Oh my goodness, there's something about Tom. And they too will change. So I know that you all care about your loved ones and you wish that they could see the light at the end of the tunnel, but you are that light and you can cultivate yourself to be that light, and people will follow into your footsteps. Simply put, inspired through our own change. So when we do work on ourselves, other people will see that and you will have a shift and transformation unlike ever seen before. So I'd like to conclude my talk tonight. May you all be well, be happy, be free. Again, if you missed this talk or just now joining, you can go back to my YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook, Venerable Jidao, TRIDAO, or Jidao Monk on YouTube. And you can get with me one-on-one, send a message. You don't have to be shy. Look, I'm human just like all of us. So my job is to help you, and I think it's very rewarding that when I go overseas to further my training and experience and education, that I'm helping as much as I possibly can with the time that I have, with the people that I was with, and the resources that is available to me. And isn't that a wonderful thing? So I hope to see you all on the Discord. And again, wherever you are in life, you can join. Don't feel that you're behind or anything like that, or you're too late coming in. We have plenty of time from now until the end of the year to progress as fast as possible. Um, so once again, any further question, you can direct that to the social media platforms, as I mentioned above. May you all be well, be happy, be free, and always be healthy. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.